You guys all laughed. We were trying to be serious here.
Thank you.
What's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are, wherever you are watching this. We are happy you got to join us today. I have a great panel. I believe even some newcomers, at least one newcomer. And I am very excited to introduce them. Now, I am not good with last names, so I can only remember their first. So I got Drew on my left over here. I have Caden, I'm Brian, Kane, and Jordan. And Kane, I believe this is your first time, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Excited to be here?
I hope so.
Excited to be for real, right?
I'm so for real right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine. Cool. So, all right. But we have a fun show. Always try to make it semi-short, but we talk so much, and I love that we talk, so it doesn't really matter what the time is. We have 3 topics, 3 sections, and as always,
that's all that matters.
As always, we start with my favorite segment because I love to hear all of these opinions, some crazy, some not so crazy. It's Let's Be Real. It is where you have a hot take or an opinion, you share it here, and that's it. So I'm going to start off with mine, and I feel like this is just a personal vendetta that I have against them. My hot take, or at least my opinion, is that cars shouldn't be allowed to turn without having their blinker on. So physically, your car should not be able to turn until you push down the blinker, and only the blinker pushes down. When the blinker is pushed down, you can only turn that way.
The amount of accidents
like how you can't go like in reverse while you're accelerating and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's,
yes.
yeah, it would
Oh,
stop
wait,
you.
not swear.
That's exactly it, because it's like I get so annoyed because people are all of a sudden just turning. And mind you, I forget sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
3 passes.
I forget my blinker.
Andrew said the
But if I forget it, there's always a way to get back around.
I'm good.
Sorry, Brian. Sorry, keep going.
No, you're good. We do have some crazy explicit content on here, which is I think why we're rated PG-14, because I think we
That's why we charge $10 a month.
And we passed subscription for premium viewers. So that's mine. Mine is the blinker. I think the blinker would save a lot.
The Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out to be me.
I think that would cause like more, like you know those idiots that are like, they're hauling down the road and they just whip a turn, but their car wouldn't, they just go straight and crash into something.
Well, you can't like, that's what it should be.
Let's talk about you,
Let's put it this way, if you can't pay attention enough to have a blinker, you shouldn't be able to drive. Therefore, you get whatever consequence you have.
That's true. Also, if you have your blinker on, you have to turn. Your car can only, you know those like people that like keep their left turn signal on and they're in the left lane in the highway?
They're so annoying.
And
Like, you can't go straight.
Like you're turning the wrong way.
Like you can't go straight. Like you just like all of a sudden you hit the blinker and it just like turns.
What if someone does it on accident though? Like oh no, my hand slips on the.
My thought is that it would,
and then you can then manually turn.
Correct.
It doesn't.
You would always be
That
able
would
to go
be awful.
straight. The turn just allows you, like the blinker just allows you to turn that direction.
Okay.
Because when in life, other than like well, that's crazy. Because what if you hit a windy road? If you hit a windy road, you'd be like hitting the blinker back and forth like as you're going.
Yeah. It's got to be like 90 degrees.
Just make straight roads
on the interstate. Yeah, there should be a point where your steering wheel like locks or something.
Just make straight roads from now on.
Yeah.
Only sell to New Yorkers.
Your blinker
Big
breaks
city
and you're looking
people.
up like straight road routes and stuff. Oh my God.
Someone's like, why haven't you turned in 70 miles? My blinker got stuck at like, I
had to turn.
it's
Yeah.
like, I can't get it.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's like if it could be executed perfectly, it's a great idea.
So what happens if the blinker fluid goes out? Like what happens if the blinker
fluid.
I mean,
They just don't turn.
the blinker light. I mean,
Blinker doesn't matter. It's because it's a mechanic. So I'm not an engineer and I don't want to be an engineer. But like when you hit it, it like puts like a lock, like a pin almost, if you will, in the steering wheel.
I was thinking.
So then when you hit the button, the pin comes out.
They flip.
Yeah, you know when you like take your key out of the car, you can't turn the wheel anymore?
Yeah. Be like that.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
There's a mini
but
key
then
in the thing.
The problem is you're driving down the road, right, and your blinker doesn't turn on, but you're able to turn. What if the person behind you thinks they don't have to turn their blinker on to turn? That's all I'm saying.
All it takes
What
is
if there
one
was like
person.
an update in the law or something like that?
Law, and they're like, oh, my car's
manufacturing.
changed since yesterday.
I think what you're trying to say is if turning on the blinker too late. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, like hypothetically, okay,
your
I go
blinker
to turn my
doesn't
blinker
work.
on, but the light doesn't work. Nobody else knows that I'm trying to turn.
And he turns.
Are you talking about like
The
the
guy
actual light car?
turns.
Somebody
Yes.
behind him is like, oh.
Somebody behind
does
him
it.
doesn't need to turn, and they're in for a rude awakening.
Well, I mean, he'll just keep going straight.
Yeah.
Right, into a wall. Do we really want that?
But if you're driving a car, how can you not see a giant like 10-foot wall in front of you? If you
also
don't,
have brakes.
again, you deserve the consequences. There was a girl, and I'm gonna bring this back to sports because last night there was a girl driving a golf cart and crashed on my state. into a wall in the stadium.
Will Howard
He just
thought that
won
was
the
so
national championship, and you crash him into a wall.
The head coach gave her the meanest side eye I have
I hope the
ever
mic didn't pick
seen.
that up.
Dude, he almost
Be able
broke.
to like go over this and like let's see that video just so the
She-
viewers have context.
We do
because
not
that
have
was
proper. Yes, if you want to check it on Instagram, we do not have proper rights.
Can we also edit sunglasses on my face?
Yes, but it's like
And the
it's so
big roll
sad
into that
because-
Ohio State clip.
And I hate to say this because she's probably, I hope she's a good driver, but it's like the stereotype, the women have fought so hard for the stereotype not to be a bad driver, and then all of a sudden that goes live after
And
one
now
of the
I think
most
they're all
viewed.
bad drivers again. It ruined it.
That was the
so
joke that went
close.
around. I don't
I was
believe
so
it.
close.
We do not support, we support all drivers are equal. All drivers can drive, all people can. So it's just sad. It was sad to see. And luckily no one got hurt. Ryan Day almost lost his leg, but he was good. The car just like
what
stopped.
would Ohio State do without Ryan Day?
I don't know. He won a championship. He's won one more recent
Yeah.
than I'm not gonna say it, but
You should-
Saban. I'll say Saban. I won't say the other name. But yeah. So who wants to go next with a hot take?
All
My
right.
take was going to be Ohio State should still fire Ryan Day.
My hot take
He's
is not going to make sense, but I'll explain it. Ohio
Please.
State is better than 2019 LSU.
What is this?
Why?
Ohio
No.
State is the greatest college football team of all time, and here's why.
All right, little context for those that may not watch
walk
sports.
away.
2019 LSU is arguably the best, if not undoubtedly the best college football team to ever win the national championship. Ohio State this year just won it last night.
They went 15-0. Ohio State's like the first two-loss team to ever win the championship.
Correct. But let's let Jordan explain
I'm
it.
going to
Go
explain
ahead.
why.
I just went a little.
Yeah.
So for one, I want you to take a look. If you compare the two teams, the NFL talent is about even. Like if you think about it,
I actually like that.
because you think about it.
Are we like factoring
Burrow
in
and
how
Howard.
much weight?
I can name like the left tackle of 2019 LSU.
Who?
Prince Tega Wanoho. I cannot name the
Okay,
left
well
tackle.
he's got
That's-
such a.
Let's see the first person
Okay,
comment
wait,
that
so
name.
you're already. Joe Burrow is so much better than Will Howard. Like
No.
we're already
Right.
so far.
Right,
in
right,
LSU's
right,
Yes, yes, yes.
But
But,
listen,
but he's
like,
saying team-wise. He's saying
Okay, yeah,
team,
yeah.
not player.
We're so far like here and here.
Quinshawn and Travion
Okay, we're like here
versus
and here.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
All right, bet we're here and
Okay.
here.
Then Emeka Egbuka, Jeremiah Smith, and Cornell Tate versus Jeremiah Smith or
think
Jamar
we're-
Chase, Justin Jefferson.
We're about back to here. We're Jordan. We went from like here to like here now. We're back out of here.
Hold on. Let's just take
Okay.
a few minutes. Let's take a few minutes. Let Jordan explain it entirely, and then we can refute
Okay.
it.
Yeah, okay, great.
Because it's gonna make sense if he
I
puts it
got
all
you.
together.
I'll talk for a long time.
Okay, G. Scott Jr. versus Randy Moss's kid.
Okay.
Scott Jr.
Thaddeus Moss. Yep.
Defense about even. However, you give the edge to Ohio State. Their defense is younger. Their defense is still sticking around.
Okay.
All of that LSU team basically went into the draft after they won that natty. This is an Ohio State team that is returning a lot of these guys that just won the national championship. Their best player is a freshman, and he's coming back to win more. And then you look at it from a statistical perspective. No team ever has beaten 5 top 5 teams in a season. Ohio State did.
They also played in an expanded playoff, so they had more rounds to face the best teams in the nation, which I think gives them an advantage because LSU, they beat Alabama with Tua.
Did they beat Georgia that year?
I don't think they beat
Jake Fromm.
No, LSU,
Oklahoma
no,
and Clemson.
they
They beat
didn't beat
Oklahoma.
Georgia.
They beat
and
Clemson.
They beat Oklahoma in an absolute.
You beat Oklahoma like 70
Brutality,
to 12. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Was that Kyle Trask's Florida year where he was like a dog? Or was that
2019.
next year?
Yeah.
2019. Yeah.
Shout out Kyle Trask.
He's still young, like that.
I can see this argument, but what I don't understand is you said that they're returning the 2019 LSU. Are we comparing, like, because you're talking about OSU and you're talking about like the future, but we're just talking about one season.
Yeah.
As far as one season goes, do you think they're still better?
I predict there will be more. There's more draft talent from Ohio State than there was from the
I think
So this
this
team's
that's
better.
a better take. I
Okay.
like that better.
Yes.
I like that.
I think
I do think I could argue that they're a better team, but that's.
I think it's like a little bit of a erasure, though. I mean, like Joe Burrow threw 60 touchdowns.
And I'll do you one better. I'll argue Ryan Day is better than Coach O.
sure.
Joe.
right.
I like Coach O.
I like him too, but he didn't.
Ryan
really-
Day does have
That's
the
like
third
saying
most or
Commander's
fourth most winning percentage, though.
Ryan Day
So-
is 70-10 as a head coach.
I mean,
that is
but like,
ridiculous.
but
He's also in the Big
This is
Ten.
way too rational.
He's also in the Big Ten before they got Oregon and all,
yeah.
which is and his losses like
But-
4 of his losses are Michigan.
Okay, true.
Genuinely
But
frustrated.
the narrative of the SEC being the toughest conference, is it really?
It was back then.
And
2019
ran-
LSU.
Back, yes.
2019 LSU
Yes.
would not have lost to
Yes,
Michigan.
back then,
2019 LSU would not have lost to Oregon.
Okay, wait. Can I say this real quick?
yes.
Oregon went undefeated this year, Oregon would have made the playoffs in any other year in the playoff format, okay? No other team, including Ohio State, would have made the 4-team playoff in any year in the entire history of the 4-team playoff because no team had the resume that would have qualified as even a 4 seed from 2015 to 2023, including Ohio State.
Correct, but if you didn't take the expanded playoff
If you
version,
don't
they wouldn't have
count
had to
the
play
out-
Oregon, and they would have had one loss, and they could have been argued in as a
I feel like if
I like
No,
your
they
point.
played
you
Oregon.
can't use the argument that it
Exactly,
happened
that's
to
what I'm
be-
saying.
They
They
would have
played
lost to
Oregon.
Michigan and their season would have ended.
But without the expanded playoffs, they wouldn't have played Oregon. They would have had a better record. CFP would have put them in.
You can't
Because
use.
Oregon wouldn't have gone over you're saying without the conference realignment.
Without the conference
Without
realignment,
the conference realignment, sure.
Oregon
Yeah,
would
you-
have been.
But you can't use the argument that like the format changed. I mean, that's just the luck of how they happen
Correct.
to change the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I'm just like in the 14 when they
Ohio
won.
State won the first
Oh, I
ever
keep
14
covering
playoff. They won
Oh,
the 12
I'm like leaned all the way
I'm just
over.
saying-
When
They're
they
all-
change it again, Mom putting the house on Ohio State.
Are we
tonight.
saying
I don't
Ohio-
care how good they are.
Ohio State lost to Michigan, and it looked like oh yeah, this team has flaws and weaknesses that were exploited. LSU never had a game like that all
LSU was
season
putting
where
up
it's like, oh,
60
this
every
might be
week.
flawed.
But here's
They would never lose a game like that. They would
here's
be
my thing about that. At that time, you had to play perfect in order to be
As
like
LSU
you had to
did.
be perfect every single week or pretty close to in order to make the playoff. Now, college football is more real. You can afford to have a mistake and it not completely hurt you. You can't be a 2023 Georgia that has won 30 straight games, loses on a field goal to Alabama in the conference title game, and gets booted out of the playoff. It's more realistic now.
I love
The
that.
best teams will show themselves in the end. Going into this season, we talked about Ohio State having one of the most talented rosters, if not the most talented, in the country. And it didn't seem like it throughout the regular season, but when it needed to show, it did.
I love the new scape of the playoff, and I love the idea that you can now make mistakes and your season's not over because it was a little ridiculous at the time. But LSU was in an era where you had to be perfect, and they showed the best display of being perfect. You can still be perfect now. Ohio State wasn't perfect, and they still won, which is a really good thing. But we should still reward teams that were perfect at the time because they did what Ohio State couldn't do, and they went undefeated and plowed through their opponent every single week.
But Ohio State beat a perfect team.
Now, mind you,
Well, LSU couldn't beat a perfect team. They also beat perfect teams. They're not perfect after they beat them.
LSU, I'm looking at this right now because I had to pull this up. It's been so long.
Get a load of this guy.
They played 4 ranked teams, the highest being the 5. This is not including playoffs. The highest being the 5 seed Georgia in the SEC title. So they beat Georgia by 27. Pretty impressive. Actually, I think that was the SEC championship. So we're just going to say neutral Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right? They played Alabama 13th, but they only won by 5 in Tuscaloosa. Still impressive because it's in Tuscaloosa. They beat Auburn at home by 3. Auburn was ranked 12th. So Alabama 13th, Auburn 12th. And then they beat Florida at home by 14.
It's a solid
by
SEC
9.
schedule.
It is. But the other teams they played were including Georgia Southern, Texas, which at the time wasn't that
Texas
good.
was terrible at the time.
And they
That
was
would
in
look a
Texas
lot
and they
better
lost
now.
by 7. Northwestern
That
State,
game was almost their loss.
Northwestern State, Vanderbilt, Utah State, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Texas A&M.
You know what?
So it's even. It's kind of like Ohio State's. I'd say it's arguably a little bit.
I'll throw a
tougher.
better debate out there.
2 losses.
When we're talking about, because you talked about the Will Howard Joe Burrow comparison being ridiculous. Everybody remembers Joe Burrow for his senior season.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what he did before that. Will Howard was a dog at Kansas State. That is why Ohio State wanted him, because he's been consistently good, consistently great even throughout his college career. He has progressively gotten better.
But the average person would not know Will
Joe
Howard.
Burrow is not the point where you're
If
gonna
you
win this
flip
argument.
Will Howard and Joe Burrow, I'd actually agree with that because Joe Burrow is so much better than Will Howard. Like I would say if LSU, if you're doing like ratings, if LSU's a 99 overall team, Ohio State's like a 92. If you flip him, I think the rating should flip. 'Cause Joe Burrow is so much better than Will Howard.
But my thing is that, yes, we're talking about Joe Burrow, but a team is made up of 22 players.
Yeah.
If not more.
But the quarterback matters
OSU,
so
the
much.
quarterback matters, but OSU, in my opinion, has much better defense. You could probably name a lot more people on Ohio State than you could probably name that is impactful than you could probably name on LSU, if not the same.
I think they have a marginally better defense and a much worse offense, mainly because of
I do.
and also worse team success and a worse resume.
But their Ohio State, their surrounding cast is also very good. Like, I just think their skill positions are very
Ohio
good.
State's depth,
If
Ohio
they're
State's
good at
defense, everything about Ohio State except arguably the receivers, because you have 2 of the best receivers in the NFL that were on that team.
'Cause-
And the quarterback.
Let's be real.
Everything else goes Ohio State's way.
The only reason 2019 LSU, and this might be a hot take as well, the only reason 2019 LSU is even regarded as the best is because they had so many good draft picks that actually panned out.
That's very
Right.
true.
Think
I do
they
agree
weren't
with
even
that.
the first undefeated team. The first undefeated team was Clemson Tigers
Yeah.
in 2018.
That's the second best
Right.
college football team of all time.
That should be the best college team of all time because it doesn't matter what you do in the NFL. It matters what you did in college, and they were 15-0 for the first time with a bunch of defensive talent, a bunch of offensive talent.
If Lawrence and Burrow flipped NFL careers, I think it'd be like their 2018 Clemson, 2019 LSU would kind of flip a little bit. But
Exactly.
I also Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, maybe. I kind of, as I was talking, kind of disagree.
But that would be like if we thought like Justin Ross didn't get hurt, T. Higgins didn't get hurt, and actually like
because that was when
off.
Justin Ross was like doing what Ryan Williams is doing. Like he was like
he was the
guy.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, he was that guy.
He was the Jeremiah
freshman.
Smith of
Yeah. I was like, are we wide receiver you? And then, oof. But
I think that Ohio State's a lot closer than people give credit to LSU. And I think on top of that, I think 2018 LSU is overrated to a extent because people
can
have
see
seen
that
6
take.
years of NFL.
I just don't know if they're a top 5.
When you
playoff
look at
era.
that 2019 LSU team, though, look at their defense.
The defense wasn't much.
Their defense was not good.
I mean, they didn't have good NFL success, but they still had Grant
solid
Delpit.
It was
and-
Grant Delpit,
Derek
Clavon
Stingley's a
Chason,
dog.
It was
Chason,
Killavon,
Patrick
Chason,
Queen.
Patrick Queen.
They had some D tackle that I remember.
Stingley.
Derek
Stingley's a
Stingley,
dog. I keep bringing
Greedy White.
so much.
Greedy White.
They also had Jacoby Stevens and Kerry Vincent Jr.
That's a good defensive line.
Right, that's
Which is
that's
good.
But if you look at
State
if you look at their schedule, their defense was not impressive.
Ohio State also
When you
had a
look at
unanimous-
Ohio State, their defense was very impressive, except for a game they lost because they gave up 2 field goals and a
It
touchdown.
reminds me of like the Steelers and like the Ravens. Like a marginally different defense, but at the end of the day, you just gotta look at the quarterback, and you're like one is so
quarterback
much
is
better
better.
than the other. Yeah, like I think when you go down the Steelers roster, I think you can find a lot of positions where the Steelers have a better position than the Ravens. But
Well, it brings up a whole
I'm always
nother.
picking the Ravens. But yeah.
It brings up a whole other conversation. Well, thank you for that. But it brings up a whole other conversation
Sorry.
of
I was trying to.
is Joe Burrow, was he really only seen as good because of the receivers he's had? We've never seen him with bad receivers except for at Ohio State when he was behind
good.
the depth.
He's good.
But is he as good as everyone
That
gives?
actually leads perfectly into my hot take.
And I'll let you go because we don't need to continue talking about this one.
Talking about
Hated
systems,
that, though.
I'm gonna bring up the biggest system player of all time. Harry Potter is a product of the Gryffindor system. He went to school for 6.5 years, right, at Hogwarts. He played in 9 games and went 7-2. And he was
I love it. Go ahead.
he came off, like he walked into the school, he was their golden boy. His parents left him so many riches, so he could he didn't even buy them, he got gifted the best brooms on the market. So he had an advantage to go after that he didn't even mean to get, the golden snitch? He didn't mean, he swallowed it in his first game. And that's an automatic win. He didn't know where he was going, he was having like a panic attack. I think the team wins without him as I think it's called seeker. He was a system seeker. 7-2 is the worst resume I've ever seen.
This is the
He's
first
not my
time
chosen
I've
one.
heard a rant about
I
Quidditch, and I'm here for it.
I love this take.
He's not my chosen one.
So who is your chosen one?
I mean, would
Ron.
Ron? I mean, look at Neville. He beheaded a snake with a sword, and that guy was the biggest doofus in the world. But I mean, he came into
He had a great last name, though.
yeah, and Longbottom. And I mean, Harry came into like a great Gryffindor team. He had all the mentors. Even the gym coach was part of the Gryffindor. She was the coach for Gryffindor.
Everything was set up for him.
Yeah, and
Specifically.
that's the house where all the heroes come from. It's like the script. They wrote it for Harry Potter. And I think he didn't do anything to deserve it at all.
If anyone asks you, what does Beef Real talk about? This is the segment I want cut because this perfectly embodies what this is. That is peak Beef Real right there. We go on sports takes, we go on other stuff. That right there, Kane, you came out with a fire punch. One of the best debut episodes I've ever
That's
seen.
great.
Yeah.
That was a
Bro's-
He is
Bro's
not a
made-
system.
Bro's made for the show.
He's a system seeker.
He's a system
all I'm
seeker, but
saying.
Kane is not a system panelist. So I'm going to move on to the next one because I don't think there's much more. I mean, does anyone have a disagreement? Let's put it that way because that was so good.
That was really good.
I don't think anybody.
That was really
knows
good.
about
Actually,
Harry Potter.
I don't know enough,
When a
but-
take is so clear, it's hard to like argue it because it's.
I
Like,
don't
that just
know
makes
enough
sense,
about
yeah.
it, but for the fact that he put it out with the record, I have to believe Kane.
Yeah.
Kane made a perfect argument on that.
7-2, yeah.
7-2.
A little bit of research, a little bit of googling.
6 years. That is 6
He
seasons.
took advantage of the redshirt system before college did.
He didn't even play.
He
Like half the time,
like
he would
Kadarius
would
Toney
pass
was, like,
out
good with
because
his
he's got
reps.
Harry Potter power. He'd be like, oh,
With
my
that- what-
scar. And then they'd be like, all right, Harry,
He's
you're
a
out for
Deion
the
Waiters
year.
right there.
Post-trauma
Heat check.
effects or whatever it is. Oh,
my
man,
God,
I love
bro.
that,
This
Kane.
is a
That
great
is
show.
perfect intro. One of the best first takes I've ever seen on this
Well
from
done.
the
Way to
12 or
set
14
the bar high.
episodes.
The problem is everything after this has to be equally as good.
Everyone else
You're
has to
getting
set up. Well, he also helped make up the next question, which we'll get to late. Spoiler
That's a
alert.
great question.
So, who would like to go next? I see.
I can
Tatum's-
go.
You're very ready.
All right,
I want to
Kane's ready.
I want to read this real quick first, just because of what I'm about to say. Okay, so
He does have a rant. It's a quite long rant.
of course,
but go
well,
ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
this is the closest.
I like this.
yeah.
I like this. Go ahead.
Any negative comments made in regards to the Islamic Republic of Iran are purely satirical and are not to be taken seriously. Any references to Iran refers to the country's government body as a whole and are neither directed towards any individual Iranians or the populace as a whole. Any measures of distaste towards the country are solely based off the values and foreign relations executed by the government body and not the citizens of the republic. I understand that no one can control where they are born and have nothing but respect of the innocent citizens of Iran.
Real quick. Sign that and let me show it to the camera.
Okay.
You know, like a personal
Okay,
thing.
yeah, I got
we
you, I
want to
got you.
make sure this is good because this is
Yeah,
not meant to
I don't want to
offend.
divide our Iranian fans, you know?
signatures?
Caden.
Caden,
Hughes.
Hughes, date it.
Okay.
Guys, this is not meant to be. This is
What's
supposed to be
the
a
date?
fun show,
1,
and I
21.
appreciate Caden. It's the 21st. I appreciate
there you
Caden
go.
for doing this. If you need to see it, I don't know if I need to get up, but you can see the note page open.
I can't
He
see
did.
Zach. I'm sure he's excited to listen to me.
I'm sure Zach heard this as well. It is official.
This'll
But
be Zach's
Caden,
God moment.
with that said and that statement, thank you. Go ahead.
It's Iran. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Iran. So I want to vent to y'all because this happened a week ago, and I'm still mad. And it's not like deep enough to talk to like my therapist. We have other things to talk about, and this is the closest I'll have as a platform to express this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I was in my American history class, and my history professor, all right, he was on a little tangent because history professors always go on tangents. We were talking about Iran, and he's Brazilian, so he has a little bit of an accent, so he says Iran. And so people in that class started saying Iran, but you could tell it's not how they talk. Like,
They
you
didn't
know,
mean it.
it kind of sounded like someone was like changing their accent for one word. I don't know why it would sound like that, but that's how it sounded. It sounded so unnatural. And so they were saying Iran, and then I made a comment, and I was like, I'm gonna make sure to say Iran because this is bullshit, all right? And so I said Iran, and he corrected me. He said, you know, around there they call it Iran, and I'm like, yeah, they speak Persian there. That's actually the word I got closest to Persian. You picked the one word that I got close to them on, and it was a little annoying. And that teacher is an asshole for doing that, okay? And here's my case as to why, because I feel like I might think I'm being harsh. Last year, I went to an interest meeting for the Clemson Surf Club, okay? And there was a person there, and I forget where he was from, but he was awesome. Okay, he was awesome because he had a thick African accent, and that makes people amazing, okay? So I'm not gonna do an African accent unless anyone wants me to.
No, it's good.
All
Not for this
all
episode. We'll save it for later.
I
We'll
got
save
you.
it
I
for
got
later.
you. Okay, so
We
he
need
said-
one place offended at a time.
He said, that's fair, that's fair. He said it was his first, I don't remember the context of the conversation, but he said it was his first time living in America. But he said it was his first time living in America, okay? Now imagine if I said, hey man, that's really cool. But around here, it's America, not America. You would think, wow, Caden, you're an asshole for doing that. What an asshole. So the audacity, what kind of audacity and like self-righteousness would you have to have, Iran, okay, to be like, you must refer to my country in an accent neutral way, okay? We're not even friends. I don't even like Iran, okay? Even if it was a country I liked, if Italy was like, call me Italia, I'd be like, I'll call you whatever I want to call you. You're renovated Rome now, Italia, like that's insane. So yeah, I just think it's ridiculous and we all talk different. If someone from Mexico said Americano, I'm not like, what the hell is this condo? It's America. No, that's an asshole thing to do. So yeah, it's Iran and it's Barcelona. And I don't understand why they get on us about that. It drives me absolutely
I
crazy.
agree, absolutely.
Thank
because
you.
we talked about it.
We did talk about it.
We talked-
Let's move on.
No, I have a
I wanna hear
We talked about this the other day too.
Let's walk the tightrope,
We
Jordan.
talked about Spain and how they do Madrid instead of, but we do Madrid, and I feel like it should be the same thing.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about
Okay, sure.
here in America.
Oh, what if this like disproves me?
Is it
What about like a bad person?
is it Nevada or Nevada?
Nevada.
I say Nevada, but I think it's up to your
It's
accent.
an accent.
It's up to
Yeah.
your accent.
People say
Las
people back there,
Vegas,
they're like,
Nevada?
Nevada.
Well, I think they can. I think it's all up to your. We all talk
Mighty
different.
Raiders.
Even in
It's like
America.
it's
And I
like
think
an
we should
us
accept
thing.
Do you
We
guys say
have-
Appalachian or Appalachian?
Appalachian.
App
I say
State.
Appalachian, but
I say Appalachian because
I
that's
say
like
App
the
State,
proper
and
way
I
to
don't
say
talk
it.
If
about
it's like Appalachia, I would say that.
Appalachian State.
I just say App State and I don't talk about the mountains because
The App Mountains.
Presidential.
I'll avoid words because I don't like saying them.
Be for real supports freedom to say, pronounce it to the best of our ability,
Yeah.
any country or name.
Yeah.
But on that
We
note,
need like a disclaimer before, before
Just
the
give it.
we did.
I gave a disclaimer.
I think we need like a show disclaimer. Like Pat McAfee show has the
It's like everything is comedic.
yeah, do you say program or program? No, I'm joking.
Everything in this program is comedic.
Everything in this program
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not
What we'll do-
do not reflect the beliefs of their peers, ESPN. PS, don't
Yeah.
sue us. Cheers.
Museum.
What we'll do-
or
we can put-
museum.
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 That one- okay, I
I
might.
had
Don't be
somebody.
weird.
I might take back my we have different accents on museum.
I had somebody they'd say museum all the time, and it was my least favorite thing. And it's museum. It's in the and caramel and caramel.
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 There's two A's. No, some people say caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 A's.
I say
I
caramel.
say caramel.
I say
I'm
caramel.
one of those people.
I don't say Mel. I say
It's from New
caramel.
Jersey. Doesn't matter.
Well, as long as you get the second A, I don't really care.
No, I do get it. Because I hear it from the north. They go like caramel. Because that's just like the
It's in
accent.
the South. My dad says
Kinda.
caramel.
South says it too. I hear it a lot in the north.
Well, it's like just like bloated, like fat Southern person, like caramel. Yeah. You know how it is. That's
Is that the energy of the
slurred
other
voice. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move
fun of
on. You know what we're
Southern-
gonna do? We're probably gonna make the headline like the thumbnail of the thing will just be Caden's disclaimer signs. We're just gonna pull it up in front of the camera.
You can
and have it.
see it. I would love to be somehow.
Or like a frame it with him, his veins in his neck poking out as he's going out on this tangent.
Pointing like a
I
dictator.
ran.
You must
But it's like
stop, I ran.
You are not my friend.
Yeah, it's like spaced
not
out,
even
so
friends.
people are just gonna think like he ran a marathon. I ran, and it's like this, and it's like cool, Caden, you exercise, nice.
Yeah.
But either way, we will move on to our last hot take. Drew, wrap us up.
Mine is a lot more subtle and does not require a whole speech behind it, except for maybe people that love hardcover books. Mine is that books
like it soft.
are not needed anymore. Books are a thing of the past.
Right, you get everything online. That's cool.
Are you talking about books? Or are you talking about like articles even online? Like,
Hardcover books
Just
are
hardcover?
a thing
Okay,
of the
cool.
past.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool
We should
thing.
stop publishing hardcover books because it's wasting paper. It's wasting materials. We have all this information available to us
cold I took a
online.
shower.
We have
I
audiobooks.
disagree.
We have articles. We have shout out the Tiger. We have the Tiger's articles, which you can see on the Tiger's website.
Nice way to plug.
Yeah, that wasn't.
TigerCU.com.
yeah.
Hashtag ad.
Hashtag not sponsored. Maybe sponsored, but yeah, books.
Throw us some money, it will be sponsored.
Tigers.
Books are overrated.
Nothing.
Paper
Sponsored double
is not expendable, and we should use it more wisely.
I like the take. I'm gonna disagree with it.
too.
Partly. Does anyone actually agree with it?
I totally
agree with it. Cool.
That is
'Cause
a-
I can go either way, but I just want to make
That's
this
a cold take.
I understand it, but like, let's say like there's a
Let's
a
be
cool
real.
book.
Who
Like-
really read books as a child?
I did.
I did. I love
I
books.
read Harry
I
Potter.
read-
I also
I
read
love Percy Jackson, but I love.
I don't think he read Harry Potter. I think he only read like maybe the
Percy
first page.
Jackson also too. I couldn't.
love
put
the
it
hell
down.
out of
love
Percy
Percy
Jackson.
It's like a and like I read
Guys,
the sequel
we've
series
officially
too.
discovered I'm the only one at this table that did not read books.
Yeah.
And look
I
at
didn't
us,
read a
look
lot.
at you.
I'm gonna be honest. My parents are probably all right.
Don't even get me started.
There's like 11.
I don't wanna get
there's
started on
11
that.
or 12 Percy Jackson books in the main and sequel series. And if you're telling me when I was a kid, I had to sit down in front of a computer and click through each
be
page,
awful.
I wouldn't do it.
My
that's-
I would
parents.
not have done it. It's so much
That's
better
why
to read
it's
a
a
book.
thing of the new generation and not like the old generation, because it's
Yeah, but
like
that's
how
where
they didn't have iPhones.
Guys, we're technically old. For
Yeah, we're
people
now in a
watching
new
this
generation.
show. We're old. Like kids watch.
I'm the oldest I've
Cocomelon.
ever been, so I speak as if I'm old.
I love it. That is
Kids watch
inspired statement.
Cocomelon. Adults watch our show. That's just
grandma
how
was
it works.
My thing is like, and my parents are gonna hate me because they're gonna be like, "You never read when you were a kid." Yes, I can hear them now through the screen as they're watching this. I did read slight bit when I was younger, like Cat in the Hat.
Sports books don't count, and Dr. Seuss doesn't.
I read a
either.
ton of stuff.
Dr. Seuss does. If there are words, it's a book.
What about like
If there are two
comics?
covers.
I read a lot of comics.
read a lot.
My
of comics,
thing
too.
is
I read a
that
ton
it's not
Comic
just the
books
fact
are
that you
not
read.
books.
Yes, you.
Comic books are online.
Comics are
They're
not
graphic
books.
novels.
We're talking about things that take paper that have words in them. That's I don't know what you're.
I mean, I think they're like classifying.
By
it
that
as
logic, I could.
it.
By that logic, I could print off a text message thread, and I wrote a book.
Yes, that would also waste
In-
paper.
in
It's
general.
paper.
Yes.
That would waste paper.
But my thing is like, yes, I guess you can replace the words. You can replace the physical book and words and message with paper. My thing is you can't replace the experience of getting a paper cut. You never lived life unless you get a painful paper cut.
I never got
You
a paper
learn.
cut from reading a book.
That's never read.
You never read.
right, but I know how to turn.
Based off of that,
But you know,
Yes.
you're sucked in. You eagerly turn the page. You get a paper cut. You barely care. 'cause
But
the
it's
book's
like
so good.
paper cut is such a lame example, but like there's experience.
That's a good example.
I will
Watching
say-
it, there's a difference imagining from paper than imagining from a computer.
Okay, technically,
Plus, it kills your brain, people. Blue light is awful before you sleep. It's better to actually read.
Technically, I read sports.
And you
books.
read
That's a good.
I just
Mike
ne-
Lupica?
That's a
I never read any books that a teacher assigned to read.
I didn't.
just,
Yeah,
like-
no, those are terrible.
Okay,
You gotta find
I raise a counterpoint. When I was in elementary school, every few months, we'd have the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes.
Oh, we had that. Yeah.
Spent all this money for no book to read.
That was
Posters.
awesome.
Quarterbacks to the NFL.
Yeah.
That was my book of choice.
But there was one book that was always sought after. It was the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
If you're telling a kid, hey, you want to see the world records, go online. They're not going to do that. They're going to pick the giant book with all the pictures in it to look at all the weird
Books are
people.
for
Guinness Book of
kids.
World
That would be a
Records
great
gamer
hot take,
edition.
but I don't love
edition.
that was actually.
books should die
that
when
was
you're
you read it
I think
online?
books should be eradicated as a whole. That's my take. That's great. And I think that's a very good counter
So
argument.
technically, if books are online now,
It all
the
comes down.
Scholastic Book Fair, just online shopping.
That's so sad.
It, like Loki was though. I had to you get like a paper
Hold
and
on,
you just circle.
pause the
That's
video.
like
I want you
dystopian.
people to think about that and leave that in the comments. Is the Scholastic Book Fair now
Now it's
technically
sad when
just
we get no
online
comment.
shopping?
No, because they have to do
I'll
it in
come.
person because
I'll
it
also
gives
come.
kids like a real life experience of going to a store and buying.
And there's like erasers that you could like.
I'm gonna create.
Oh my God! And the black light
fan.
pens.
Blacklight pens, the journals, the Diary of the Wimpy Kids.
Oh, I love Diary Movie Kid. That was. Oh my God.
I used to
I'd
get
get
I
it
don't know
the
if you guys know
day
this.
it came out. Every book. Like
I used to collect it for the color, but then I used to get I Survive
like
books.
Greg Heffley.
I got the.
Appreciate you, man.
Do you know I Survive books? Do any of you
I
know
love
Yes,
Diary
yeah,
Movie
yeah.
I got every single one, but I gotta be honest. When I was little, the one that scared me the most was the shark attacks of San Francisco, 1939.
yeah.
I hated that cover. But either way, I still bought it, had it.
I know what cover you're talking
I was a big
about. It resonated
Titanic
with
head
me
when
in
I was
some
little,
way.
so I get all the Titanic books from my school's library and read them all.
My favorite one of anything, my favorite I Survive book was the
That was
Pearl Harbor
probably
one.
sunk
I read that
below
one so many times.
expectations.
Yeah,
I love the Pearl Harbor one.
That was probably sunk below expectations.
No, they were awesome.
I love the pun. I love the pun. And with that pun and that fist bump, we will move on to the next topic. This one, thank you, Kane, for actually helping us figure out this question. I will give him a shout out because it's his debut episode and he's killing it right now. Our next
I was
topic
gonna
is
take your job.
No.
one. The next
sounds
topic
like
is
someone who
one
wants to
for
take
the
someone's
mind. One for the mind is a segment, very short, depending on how long our conversation is, where it's just one question
Chicken nuggets.
or
are
our
fine,
minds.
so let's-
I know, I just want to make that
let's
joke. But one for the mind is one giant question that we debate. And this is a fun one. This is a very interesting one. If you guys have ever watched the movie Interstellar, it very much, one portion of this reflects off of that. I'm going to remember it from memory. But the question is, would you rather go back in the past 300 years from now, so 1725, and live the remainder of your life? Or would you rather go into space for 70 years, but constantly get like videos and stuff of your family members? The catch in all of this is that in those 70 years, your time is moving regular, but the Earth is moving quicker. Like Interstellar, if you guys have ever watched it
thought
on
you
a certain
didn't
plane.
age.
You don't age, correct.
Oh, okay, okay.
But time keeps moving quicker on Earth. So you're 70 years up there, and you end up having to watch your loved ones, your families grow older, and so forth, right? So either way, you're pretty much losing face-to-face interaction with. So it's kind of a sad, depressing one. So I apologize for this conversation if it offends anyone. We will have a disclaimer up in the beginning, I guess. But with that being said, I hope you guys understand the question. Do you guys have an answer? I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine at the end. I'll let you guys speak first, and I'll give you mine.
70 in space, because if you think about it, as you don't age at all, and you receive videos from the Earth, you can see Clemson win the national championship for 70 straight years, and then go back on Earth and experience it some more. So you could see like 100 different national championships.
Well, you're not getting like a radio, you're not getting like football broadcasts. It would be like.
It's like updated videos. It's like updated videos.
Jordan's
like
whole
YouTube.
life is
How many
Do you
people,
have any
Jordan?
little siblings?
Yeah, but you have
Jordan.
Okay.
you have to have entertainment.
How many
Yeah.
people would you want to keep up with in like your queue before you get to like just football in general? Like if you can follow X people.
5.
5?
That's fair.
I say 5 as well. Yeah, maybe less. I could do 3. I could do 3. Yeah. I mean, I have 3 siblings, so maybe 4.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Your parents don't qualify?
No, my parents and then maybe half of siblings, something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see.
You could always do
But
both.
I'll see them through my.
But
parents,
from
so
the
I don't wanna waste it.
perspective, like, you get to see 70 Super Bowl winners, you get to see 70 national champions, you get to see, like, and then you get to go back down to Earth and experience all those things for the rest of your life. Because if you think about
I
it,
don't
we're
experience
18 now.
things anyway.
If
I
we're
just
going to
watch
live to
football.
like 88 or like 90, say we live to 100. Let's say we're lucky.
You have a mic.
That means you have 70 years in space plus 82 years on Earth. That means you could see 152 different, like, of every major sporting event in your lifetime.
You could.
As a sports fan, who the hell wouldn't want that? As opposed to the Olympics.
There's no sports in the past.
Yeah, but who wouldn't want to go watch?
I was like, as opposed to the like Coliseum Olympics.
Yeah, but who wouldn't want to go watch the first game of
1750s.
lacrosse?
Yeah.
You go
Well, I
watch
mean, I don't think they had.
They were before that,
relations
weren't
with
they?
those people.
No, not yet. But we would be there. We would be there. We could do it.
Oh, we don't either.
No, I said we could be there.
Oh, they said we don't either.
No, I'm saying we could be
just
there. We
not
don't
here
have to be
anymore.
following the U.S. We could be like anywhere. But either way, that was not meant for an offensive comment. But
Yeah.
yes, because you don't age. I guess that is true. Because when you're in space for the 70 years, you wouldn't age. You'd watch your friends and family age. You can get entertainment. You're limited to, let's just say, I don't know,
Major sporting events.
I mean, like,
something.
yeah.
But like, yes, you can end up watching 150 plus games, which would be crazy.
Right.
So
But it's not like you're in space and you go through 70 years in space. It's like you're in space for maybe like a day or two.
it feels like a day.
Yeah,
It's the
for you.
Interstellar, where it's like
Oh.
every second is like another day.
So it's
So
not
it
like-
feels like a day.
It's
Oh,
not
that's
like
just-
allow
it's
me
not
to-
like you're immortal.
That
You're just
makes
like,
me feel better though.
Okay,
So
allow-
I gotta wait in space all bored for something.
Yeah.
Allow me to.
Kane
okay.
is the expert on this question because he made it, and I can't remember exactly
Then
Interstellar. I
allow
haven't
me to
watched it.
revise my answer.
Okay,
It doesn't change. 70 in space.
cool.
You're not watching as much sports.
That's
I
the
can-
only thing that changed.
I completely agree, and my answer's simple. So like I'm gonna be kind of boring about it. I just think that like the future is more fun than the past, and you're losing your loved ones anyways. So I'd rather lose my loved ones and go to the future than go to the past, because the past seems like it sucks. It seems way harder, and yeah, dirty and gross and like I don't know, racist. I don't know. It just kind of sucks. Powdered wigs. I don't know. So yeah,
You don't have to wear the powdered wig.
yeah, I don't know, but I mean,
But I like it. I understand.
Yeah, you don't want to be all different. I want to be all like rebellious like that, but like I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
they'd
wear
probably
powdered
burn you at the
wig.
trial
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
honestly,
Burn
back
you at the
then,
stake.
yeah, and honestly.
Think about it. Who
You're a
here-
witch.
Who here knows
Wizard.
what happened in 1725?
I feel like I should.
No.
Exactly.
Wasn't there that show on
So
Paramount?
why the heck would we go
have no
300 years
idea.
in the past?
1865.
George,
I
probably like the
think.
second.
1863.
I think my town was actually founded during that year.
Really?
I'm gonna look it up.
I think Maryland was made a state actually in 1725.
Yay.
I might be wrong on that.
Under British.
Shout out
influence.
Maryland.
But Drew, do you want to go ahead and give yours?
Caden literally took the words out of my mouth. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and I'd rather go a day in space and then come back, and then live my life normally.
Yeah, 7 years in the future. You know? I said this off air a little bit. I'm curious though. Do y'all think if y'all went back to 1725 right now, do y'all think y'all could like get rich with what y'all know about the future?
Yes.
Y'all, like how what would the path be? What would you do?
Well, I would start up a business about like creating something that's now
But is-
efficient, that's easy to make during that time.
Is there anything you
pull a
know
little
how
Back to the
but, like,
Future
you
Part
don't-
3?
You don't get prepped like you're right now. You're in the past. Like, is there anything you know how to create?
I would brainstorm for a few hours, and then I would probably be able to come up with something.
You wouldn't be able to.
I don't
you
think you
wouldn't
could
have
create-
the
I'd make the-
materials. though.
Yeah, or the know-how. I don't.
But-
do you know how to create anything? Like, do you know how anything actually works? Like, I'm asking that because I don't. I'm like,
no, I would do something fake and be a scammer.
But
I would be
how
like,
that-
I would grab a rock, draw a picture on it, and be like, phone. And then they'd be like, oh my gosh, no
They don't know
way.
in the future though. They
You could
don't
get-
know. Yeah, they don't know you're from the future.
Yeah, but what about if you get like a cup? You know how like a cup and a string work?
Transported instantly, you're wearing a hoodie. They're gonna be like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah,
And you could be
feel
like, "I'm a wizard."
they'd
Camouflage.
They would burn you alive. I feel like.
I was wrong, by the way.
Even if you
Maryland.
were from
So
the
then, do we have to like, if like hypothetically, if
1632.
somebody chose the past, do we have to like strip naked because like clothes aren't?
No. You just go back and then it's like you
Why
ever
do
play
you always
Assassin's
bring up
Creed?
stripping naked? Every time I talk to you.
I've never once brought up.
He has.
That's
Dude's throwing false narratives.
This is a time machine, and he's like, "If you
Gaslighter, Caden Hughes, ladies and gentlemen.
I was wrong. Maryland was founded in 1632. I feel like there was. I feel like there was some state, but either way,
See, nothing important
I would.
happened in 1725. Why would we go
a
back?
state was founded at some point. But Kane, I'll let you give your
Dude,
answer.
important
and I'll
things
go to
happen.
mine.
I don't wanna-
The 2020s
Yes.
can show.
So we
important
have
things happening's over.
space.
Nice.
We have not yet had someone say 300 years in the past, which is kind of crazy to me.
And I'm not going to because I'm gonna say, "Don't let me leave, Murph," and I'm gonna get shot out to space. But I just like, I don't know enough.
Murph?
You didn't watch the movie.
Interstellar.
What was I
was
saying? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about 1725.
That's what I'm telling you.
I can't like. And you're not like it's not
You'd
going to
be
be a
like
healthy
picking
life.
cotton
Like,
and like
well, I'm.
farming and
I
stuff.
won't say
Yeah.
it. I won't say it.
We wouldn't be cooking garden.
We'd be okay. But I think the issue is like people back then would die in like their 40s and 50s. And it's
Yeah.
not like I would keep my immune system going back there. I'd catch a cold and they'd stab
You have a
me
worse
and
immune
try and let
system.
out
You
my
get
blood.
sick
Like,
quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like it would be super sad going up to space and seeing everybody age from afar, but I think it's better than a like disease-ridden death.
There's so many morally revolting things about 1725. too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have all those ethical dilemmas, you know.
Right,
I'm not trying
no,
to have those
definitely.
like you only got 25 years left of your life. You should maybe like get married at 15. I don't want to deal with all that stuff. You know, I don't want to deal with
That's
like,
rough.
you know. I'll stop there. Y'all know what we're talking
Man,
about.
you guys got me thinking, because if I'm thinking of the negative stuff, yeah, I'm going to space. But just to make this panel fun, I'm going to say back in 300. I'll go back 300 years because I think the historical aspects of it.
Yeah.
You could be on the boat with George Washington as he's sitting there, and maybe he really
You gotta
did
climb
say.
the ranks to do that though. Like,
I saw a joke. No, you can just jump the boat.
All right.
You just jump in the water.
I forgot about
My bad. You could just jump on and
Yeah,
get shot.
duh, my bad. Yeah,
Um,
what are they gonna do?
But yeah, no, like I think it'd be fun. Like you can like live. Granted, like it's not great. You'd probably be sent into war. But I feel like just as a history buff, I could watch everything live.
Think about the
That's why I would pick 300 years back. You're thinking the negative. You gotta think optimistic.
Yeah,
you're a glass half empty.
We've been attacking this
Every time I talk to you, Jordan, you're always glass half empty.
and bringing up stripping naked. It's always those two things.
No. But
Pessimism and nudity.
to me, it's like I think I gotta be like a
false
glass half.
narratives being spread.
I got the
I
perfect.
feel like what would be fun though is to go to space, come back. Granted, it's gonna be sad. You're gonna see your like family and all, but can you communicate back to them?
Sure. I mean, you can send stuff back, but it's like they're gonna get it every
'Cause if
20
you can-
years or something.
Yeah, if you can send stuff back, which to me, I guess I would just miss the whole thing because I'm really bad at responding.
Yeah.
But I would like, I guess it's like
feel like
if I'm
we
going
can't
morally
post this
and like
episode now.
correctly, I'd probably go space. But just to make it fun, I would go in the past just because I would get to experience all the history. I think it'd be so
Awesome.
much fun to watch.
I mess with that.
So
the question.
that was our one for the mind. I hope you guys also thought of your answers because
We're
really it
definitely
doesn't
not
all
going to
matter
be able to
anyway.
post this episode now.
But it is all fine. I don't know what we said anyway. But either way, we move on to our last topic, our last
Low-key, I forgot.
topic.
time's
I don't know what it's called. I can't think of what it's called right now.
Segment.
This segment. Thank you. I was blanking on what it is. We're moving on to the last segment
Nuggets are on
called.
the line. We
Huh?
got to speed up.
What time score close?
No,
I think 8.
That was nice.
we got Tendy Tuesday at 9.
Go ahead. Yeah, we got 22.
Tendy Tuesdays closes at 9. And so for our last segment, we have real picks. Try to remember it. I remember it right.
Gotta make my
And our real picks, we're gonna have a draft.
Y'all can't look at mine.
No, we can't look at everyone's because we don't have to write it down. Either way, real picks.
I'm
We
making
each have 4 selections. We have 4 picks. We do a snake draft. And we go around picking our like the best breakfast food. You're trying to make basically like a roster essentially. So you want a star, you want a side, you want like a really good just team player type of atmosphere, right? And it's all has to be breakfast foods. It can be stuff that you ate as a kid. So anything between little bites to muffins to eggs to French toast and anything else in between. So that's what we're gonna do. And because Kane is the first one on and he's been fire so far, I'm going to let Kane go first.
Can I ask a clarifying question real quick?
Yes.
We talked about it off air a little bit. Are we building like a plate or are we just doing like a top 4? Like
It's
are we going
essentially
BPA
a top 4. You're trying to make like the best breakfast foods, not a plate, but like the best
So
breakfast.
like I could do like waffles, pancakes, French toast.
If
like,
they're open.
And those are my 3 and stuff. Okay,
Correct.
I got you. So we're not building like the best breakfast, like little breakfast in bed, like you bring it out into something. Like we're
Correct.
Going, all right, perfect. I love it.
So we're gonna start. I do want to keep this a little quick because it is almost 8. So you're gonna have like a sentence or 2 to explain your answer, move on, and then at the end we can recap real quick, and then you can say any other.
What's the
comments
order
you
of
want.
the
One
draft?
sentence.
It's gonna go Kane, and then it's gonna go Jordan,
And Luke.
Drew, you, me, and then it's gonna go back that way.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
Perfect.
I could be nice here to Jordan. I know what he wants, and I want it too.
You don't know what I want.
I know what you want. You said what you wanted earlier.
What did I say?
I'm gonna take bacon.
I knew that wasn't
That's a
gonna be
good
there.
pick.
I didn't want that.
It wasn't gonna be there.
My one. So
I didn't want that.
That's my
fine.
1-1.
I got my once there.
With the second pick in the 2025 breakfast food draft, Jordan York selects Chick-fil-A minis, chicken minis,
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
because it does not get better than that.
It's the Daniel Jones.
I work at Chick-fil-A, but I would not take that as a
Yeah.
first. I like it. I respect the pick. Because it is good. If you've had them, they're very
They're
good.
so good.
Eat at Chick-fil-A every day is open, but Sunday. So many shout outs. I wish we got paid for this.
All right.
Drew, you're more than welcome to go ahead.
With the third pick of the breakfast bowl draft, I will pick eggs. Healthy, good option overall.
That's 2 sentences. I'm running to the podium and pancakes. Pancakes. Yeah, I love pancakes.
Cool. So I got 2 picks. So I'm gonna go waffles, and then I feel like I need something like substantial. So I'm gonna go omelet. I love a good omelet. Get a little cheese, little eggs, some peppers. It's really good. So I'm gonna go waffles and omelet. I'm gonna send it back to Caden. Caden, go ahead.
Oh yeah, shoot! I forgot about that. Man, I wanted to get pancakes and waffles. I had a chance.
I know you wanted waffles.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't. I assume. So we went eggs to omelet. Can I do chicken and waffles, or is that too close to waffles? That's all your call. I just want to.
I would do different types of egg. I mean, we have eggs.
That's what I'm wondering is because like
eggs and omelet is more different than waffle and chicken and waffles. So I'm okay with just not doing that.
I think the chicken and waffle is a little too close.
That's
Just
just
because. But
Give me biscuits and gravy.
I like that. I like
That
that.
was on my board.
You have it.
I had
You had it
BNG
written
on my
down.
board.
Okay.
Give me biscuits and gravy.
That's
Pancakes
fair,
and
that's
biscuits and
fair. I
gravy.
like
A little
that,
bit
I
of
like
a heavy start, but hey.
Because like I think if you do like eggs, we could. Different types of eggs might be a little bit too
I
close.
think eggs to omelet is very different. Once I
it's more than-
said it out loud, I was like,
Just because it's
I
not
shouldn't be
mixed.
asking
If the chicken was in the waffle, which my idea, if anyone gets that, trademark me, Brian
Make the
Warren.
breading maybe waffle.
That'd be sick.
That's a little too. Hey, whatever.
But either way, go ahead, Drew. We try to keep this quick so we can get out.
Give me the Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Auntie Anne's
at my
Those are good. Those are good.
Second.
For breakfast? Okay.
Absolutely.
Interesting pick. Okay, cool.
All right,
Cool.
By
I did not
that
expect
logic,
that.
I might as well pick filet mignon, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick hash browns and ketchup.
Good. Ketchup's crazy, but yeah, cool. Cool. I like it.
Okay.
I like a hash brown.
So I have a question. If you like,
forgot one.
what are we calling? Excuse me, like different variations of food. Could I right here take chocolate chip pancakes?
No.
No.
I got pancakes. He has pancakes.
He took
Just like you
all
can't get
types
chocolate
of
chip waffles.
pancakes.
Okay, and I can't get Eggo waffles by that same reasoning either.
Right.
Because I
Okay.
have waffles.
Then I'm gonna
Can't
take.
cheat. You can't screw the system.
I was just wondering. That was my pick from the
It's
beginning.
fair, because it is a little bit of like a gray area. Like I feel like
Yeah.
different eggs could be counted, like sunny side versus
really?
other.
I know.
I'm taking
I
a
know.
bagel.
I thought of it too.
bagel is a
I
good
thought of
pick.
it too. We're really forgetting like the number
don't
one.
take it.
Just keep going. We're really forgetting.
I know. Oh no, hold on. Kane's got another one.
Oh, it doesn't go
Snake
to
draft.
you.
Snake
wait,
draft.
Okay.
You're right.
Well, now it's a thing.
gonna go to you, by the way.
That was.
Straight
So
After Jordan, you have 2 picks before it's you.
I think I know what
No.
you want.
He has one
Take
pick.
it.
I have 2 picks.
It's not getting to me. It's not.
1, 2, 1.
how many breakfasts can there be? I'm gonna take French toast.
Dang, that was the
That
one I
was
thinking
mine.
of.
Oh, that's not mine. All right.
That's not it.
I was thinking French toast.
It's a 50-50 shot. I don't know. There's
Sailboat.
Why am
sailboat. I
I'm
made
so
a
nervous?
mean
Like,
French
here's
toast.
so much
I was
about this
weighing
list
back and
now.
forth, but man, it was good.
Oh
Go
my!
ahead.
I got it.
all right. With my third pick
It's not reaching me. I
of
gotta
the
skip my
2025 breakfast food draft, I'm going to choose donuts.
Dang, good pick.
I was gonna
good
say
pick.
Krispy Kreme donuts. That's like that would be my number one. Yeah, that's a great breakfast.
Y'all
food.
are sleeping on cereal and milk.
I literally had it in my mind.
I was gonna go donuts and cereal. That was
All right.
I got a sleeper for.
I have a sleeper for it.
excited.
I think it takes yours.
all right. You know what? I thought mine was a sleeper, but I'm tired of getting mine taken. So is it my pick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go Bowberry biscuits because I love them. Those Bojangles biscuits. Yeah. Just in case one of y'all tries to take those.
Did you already have
But
biscuits?
I love
Yes.
biscuits.
Your roster is very.
But no, he said,
I guess if he does have
said
biscuits,
we're
he
not
can
making a
double up.
plate. We're just doing a top
Your
four.
roster
This
is-
is,
well, I
was
this
just
is why I
wondering 'cause,
asked.
This is a
like,
very
His
one-to-one
roster-
I
Eggo
guess
waffles
if you
versus
own
waffles.
biscuits,
He owns
it's
biscuits.
kind of like
Fair
owning
enough.
Monopoly, I
biscuits.
guess.
Fair
Yes.
enough. That's fair.
Sausage-
Besides, it's him taking his own team.
sausage biscuits too.
This is like the Eagles right now. They're very one-dimensional.
Oh man.
But that's why I literally asked because I thought I thought I'm gonna have a lot of bread products.
the resident Eagles fan.
I thought beforehand I'm gonna have a lot of bread
right,
products.
Brian.
So let me ask Brian: am I building a plate? Or am I
you got
building my
2
top
picks.
4? This is what I
Dang, I can't think of any breakfast foods.
I know it's hard.
I've
got. I got a
one.
few still.
I'm not giving it to you. It's mine.
I actually can't.
I'm half tempted to look them up. Just because I need
Really?
ideas.
I got my 4.
I'm not helping you because I don't want you taking mine.
No, I don't want you to help me. I'm going to look it up, and if I have it wrong,
I mean, I
Looking
could
it
throw
up
some,
is
like there's
cheating.
still,
Oh,
there's still like
whoa.
regular toast.
This guy
there's, like,
said a
English
pretzel.
muffins.
You could say any food in the world, and it counts. You could say
We should let Zach decide whether we
Drugs.
should look it
You
up.
could say, yeah. My fourth is gonna be mimosa. That's my fourth one.
let's see if I can find some of this
Like a
stuff.
little milkshake in the
Yeah, a
morning.
little milkshake. It's not terrible.
be
All right, so we have bacon and all, which is not
We're
going to work.
stretching breakfast.
Someone said bear claw.
Here, I want to say
There we
something
go.
real fast.
Yes.
You've named
Guys?
one meat and you're already out of ideas? Really?
Oh, shoot, I got it. Sausage.
Yeah, there it is.
dang it.
I was
Don't
like,
like you.
That was your guys'
I was sitting there like, what? Oh, I got a perfect one. I'm going.
my sleeper.
All right.
That
I
was
think
one of mine.
I think no one can really beat this one.
No!
Cinnamon rolls.
That's a good one too.
Ooh, that is a good one.
No!
If you guys would like to look at it, they also have eclairs up here for some reason.
That was my sleeper.
Wikipedia,
four.
you're more than welcome. Zach and Wikipedia just saved my draft because I think
That's
without that
a
would
really
No
good
one's
spread,
taking
but
my
that's a
four.
good plate. I feel like you win.
This would be a great plate for someone that eats 2,500 calories in the morning. But nonetheless, very good, very good.
All right, Caden, you.
If you want to eat
on
serving.
you.
Go ahead, Caden, you're going to wrap us.
Aiden needs another
A
carbohydrate.
little acquired taste. I'm not going to win the draft. I already know that, so I'm taking a personal favorite. I'm taking
Grits.
grits. I love
Grits.
grits. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me the protein shake at 4.
I like it.
Okay.
Good one.
All right.
It's a good
You
one.
all missed out on this one. And you all rue the day
No, you got me on donuts. You
that
can't,
you
you can't
missed out
anymore.
on the kolache.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
What is a kolache?
It's,
Wait.
You don't know what a kolache
I know what a quiche is, but I don't know what a quiche
It's
is.
basically a breakfast sausage
Mr.
in
Mars,
like
not
this
good.
German sweet roll. What you could put
Like a hot dog?
kind of like a breakfasty hot dog, but like it's breakfast sausage but in like a sweet roll with cheese. It's really
Oh,
good.
you had sausage wrapped in pancake. It looks like a corn dog on a stick. It's like $6 Costco. Like, it's so good.
Heard of
By
that.
that logic,
so
it's at a
good.
chicken
All
bake.
right. It's my turn.
Oh, my
And a
bad.
double chocolate cookie.
We're not going to 5, right?
No. I'm just thinking at the end I'm going to ask you guys a question, but that's
Okay. So I could go in multiple directions here. I could say like tater tots and home fries if I really wanted, like but like I've got a lot of I don't need it.
Okay, if you like the
I've got a lot of starches. I've got a lot of carbs. I'm gonna go banana.
That's building a plate. See, y'all went away the spirit of what we're talking about.
That's how
It's either, well, you can go either way. You can either go
that's how
best
you
foods or
use
build
the
a plate.
draft. It's
But
not
building a plate could also be like
It's four
you
foods.
choose like hash browns and some sausage thing from Germany. But like, we're taking a lot on
Wow.
Jordan.
Anybody
But
who eats
before-
kolaches should be offended.
Wait, don't
right
I get it because it's snake?
No, we already had 4.
We did 4.
So it's top
Oh.
4. So with this, I want to ask you all. We can double up on different drinks.
My bad.
What is your go-to drink? You do have a protein shake, but you're welcome to pick another drink if you'd like as well. This can be doubled up. We can all have milk. We can all have orange juice, whatever the case is. Go ahead and pick your drinks, and then we're going to all reveal what we have at the end. Ooh. So I'll show you my drink. I'm between milk and chocolate
Can I
milk.
do a chocolate milkshake, or is that not breakfast? Because I'll have a chocolate.
If you would drink it at
I'm
breakfast,
in
I guess
college. I can have a
you're more than
chocolate
welcome.
milkshake for
If people have soda at breakfast, you are more than welcome to put chocolate milkshake in.
I got my 2.
That's true.
All right, what was my third thing? Oh, Burberry biscuits.
Yeah.
Those.
So like me,
I got mine.
it's tough. I mean, you guys can say it if you want. Share it.
I'm going with sweet tea.
Sweet tea in the morning. Nice. I like it. Okay.
Where's this going? Do I get 2 or 1?
It's just one. You can double it. You can take sweet tea if you want. It's just simply what drink would you put with
Oh, I have apple juice and orange juice on my board.
this? Ooh.
You take chocolate milkshake.
See, I'm between. What do you
Chocolate,
have, Kane?
chocolate pancake.
I'm gonna take those.
Fair enough. I
Pick the pretzel.
They're okay. They're like I think they're called like Naked is the drink. They're like smoothies, and I get the pina colada.
Don't say it, Jordan. All right, yeah, got you.
I think if I'm
Public
going,
nudity.
I'm just gonna go regular milk. That's just
Mr.
me.
Naked
I like chocolate milk, but I sometimes too much chocolate milk is just too chocolatey for me.
It dominates. The
I love making my own
Low
though.
key, the chocolate milk here is like overpowered.
It is. It can be overpowered at times, and I like the whole milk here, which I usually don't drink whole milk, but I
strong.
like it. I usually like 2%.
like,
But milk,
I'm feeling that.
I feel like I can't go wrong. So
Milk's
we're gonna go ahead.
classic.
I do like it. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with Jordan. Jordan, you're gonna list off your top 4, and then you can just rename your drink if you want. You don't have to.
All right.
And then we're just gonna go down the list, and then you guys can decide who won. I think I know who won.
All right.
Let's just
I
take a vote.
also
You can't vote for yourself.
Top 4:
So,
Chick-fil-A chicken minis, hash browns with ketchup, donuts, and kolaches with sweet tea.
Kane?
I've got bacon, bagel, French toast, banana with a
Holy
virgin
heart
pina
attack.
colada.
That sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. I got
That's my winner.
my 4 were waffles,
I like that rating.
omelet, sausage, cinnamon rolls,
That's my winner.
and then a drink is milk. I don't even think you can see it on the board.
Oh, actually, that's tough. I had pancakes, biscuits, and gravy. Bilberry biscuits, grits, and chocolate milkshake.
That is like my type of breakfast, all carbs.
This is exactly. I would pick mine over y'all's, but I'm definitely not voting for mine.
I would also
Oh, I'm picking
mine
mine.
over y'all's.
Yeah, it's
Mine
all-
is
it's all personal
eggs,
preferences.
Auntie Anne's. Shout out my brothers in New Jersey. Cereal with milk and protein shake with a drink of apple juice and orange juice.
Nice. Now I think we all had great lists. I'm kind of making this. I'm kind of talking out of my back end on that one because I think mine's the best. But
Yes. You win.
we can all decide on our back end. If you guys want to comment which ones you think was best, or just think about it. Doesn't really matter. It's okay if you comment. Don't comment.
Are we
Anything
going
is
to
fine
announce
with
our
us.
picks?
We're gonna announce our picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Go
mean-
vote for yourself. Who do you think won?
Oh yeah, you can.
I believe the winner of this draft
You can get one vote.
actually stole it with the last pick. The cinnamon roll. Brian wins it.
What's Kane's
He got a
Cane's
pina colada, which is really strong.
Pina coladas.
Kane, what's your vote?
I would say if it were building a plate challenge, I would have voted for myself. But I mean, Brian just has a well-rounded meal. I'm gonna give it to him.
It's also building.
If
I hate this.
I'm gonna go say like I think it is mine just because I really like every single one of these. Like I could have picked cinnamon rolls first and I would have been happy, but if I had to pick someone else's to go with, I think the most I like is probably Cane's. I love a good bacon. I love bacon. A good bacon. I love bacon. I love a good bagel with cream cheese. Just one of my favorites. Or bagel with peanut butter. Have you ever had that?
Ooh,
really
peanut
good. Like
butter
English
bagels are
muffin.
good.
I
I'm
was
shocked no one
thinking,
picked
I was
English
thinking
muffin.
like bagel with bacon.
I'm torn.
That's really good too. A bagel sandwich like Sully's
Bagel
down
with
there.
peanut butter and bacon.
French toast, one of my
A
favorites of all
modified
time.
Elvis.
French toast, one of my favorite all time. Banana, I really like. I have not had a pina colada, but I can try it. So
on the toilet?
No,
I think
because
mine-
That was his go-to sandwich.
Oh, I had no
Oh.
idea.
I think mine is the best personally. But if I had to choose someone else, I'd choose Kane. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Kane.
yours is near perfect for me. I mean, waffles is like my favorite and stuff. I don't love eggs, but I'll eat an omelet and it's healthy. I mean, if you swap out like sausage with bacon and change the drink, it's a literally perfect draft. So
Right.
yeah, I mean,
By
it's a
by
9 out of
majority
10.
rule, Brian wins. Drew's vote.
I-
doesn't
I
matter.
think- Drew, you're
Let's hear
voting
it
Kane.
Well, mine is Kane because I think Kane's is just the perfect. I'm gonna start off my morning this way board.
That is a perfect
It's such
college.
a vibe. Yours is so like I can picture yours better than I can picture his.
This is like my grandma mixes for me.
Yeah, yours is very good.
If we think about it from a convenience perspective, I feel like conveniently his is a lot easier to make.
Yours
Absolutely.
will take some time. You got to whip up an omelet.
Nah, if I go
Waffles are
Eggos-
messy. Cinnamon rolls take
Eggo waffles out the gate. Eggo waffles, some preheat sausage, prepackaged cinnamon rolls, and then an omelet you just throw up there. Like I don't know. No, but I keep thinking every time I think of an omelet, shockingly enough, I think of like the Hampton Inn omelet. Have you guys ever had that?
Those are good. I have.
Those
had
are
that.
so good.
Those are really good.
But their eggs are
love
always so
hotels, they're really
salty. But either way, I really like them. So that
We're
wraps
gonna be
up.
food critics on our next.
We are gonna be, dude. We should have a mukbang type thing. out
Oh,
here.
you keep saying that.
not
I won't. I
gonna
mean,
lie.
do it, man. I won't be on that. Yeah, I'm not.
No,
good
no,
with
just because
people
I'm
chewing.
hungry and we always.
We're always hungry when we do
Yeah.
the show.
So I'm like, if we just like brought food out and just started having a conversation, or we did like test like, you know the
Chicken nuggets.
no, you know the one where they have a cardboard box and you gotta guess which drink is which.
Oh yeah.
Spot me.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. Maybe I'm getting too TikTok-y, even though it was only banned for 13 hours. But that is all for us today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tune in next week, Tuesday. I guess this is getting dropped Wednesday because this is Tuesday. And thank you, Zach. You did it. Thank you. You affirmed that. It is being dropped tomorrow, Wednesday in the morning. So thank you guys. Tune in back next Wednesday to watch the next episode. And thank you again to Jordan, Kane. Shout out, first episode, did great. Caden and Drew, from your host, Brian, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. See you. Keep it real.